Hi guys, it's Angie with Fun Endeavors Tie-Dye Lab. Today let's make an inclined double fan fold shirt. The shirt was prepped like normal and I have it turned inside out. To do this fold, I'm going to grab one corner of the hem of the shirt and fold it up past the opposite shoulder of the shirt. So I'm essentially putting a diagonal fold across the shirt. Then as a guideline for my fan folds, I'm going to use a washable marker and a piece of kite string and draw an arc on the shoulder of the shirt. I'm going to fan fold this line and I'm going to tie it with some kite string. I'm going to continue the fan folds down the shirt and I'm going to continue tying them with kite string. I'm using kite string to hold the folds instead of using sinew because I don't want the white lines that sinew would give. You could use rubber bands if you prefer. I just find it's a little easier for me to use kite string. The day I tied this shirt, I also had several other shirts that I was tying, so I went ahead and set the shirt aside and I allowed it to dry out completely. For this shirt, I've chosen several different purple and plum shades. So I'm going to incline ice dye this shirt, and I've placed it inside of a piece of vinyl guttering, and right now I have the vinyl guttering laying flat on my table. I'm attaching a piece of kite string to the very end of this shirt, and then I'm using a clip to attach to the end of my guttering so that the shirt stays in place after I incline it. I'm going to go ahead and apply the dye while the shirt is still laying flat on my table. I'm beginning at the very end with Orchid from Dharma Trading Company, followed by Plum Blossom from Dharma, English Violet from Dye Spin, Amethyst from Dharma, and Strawberry from Custom Colors. I'm going to continue this pattern on down the shirt. I'm going to add an additional sprinkle of soda ash over the top of the dye and add a layer of ice. To incline the shirt, I'm going to place one end of this piece of vinyl guttering down inside of a large-sided plastic tub or tote. That's going to put the shirt at about a 45-degree incline. After the first layer of ice melted, I added a second layer of ice and allowed it to melt as well. I left the shirt for about 24 hours after the second layer of ice melted before I began rinsing. As you can see, the dye has gone through really well to the back side of the shirt. So I'm going to begin rinsing in cold water to rinse out any of the soda ash in the shirt. Then I'm going to untie the shirt and gradually warm the water up to hot to rinse out any of the excess dye that didn't bond with the fabric. After the water is almost clear, I'm going to put it into my washing machine and wash it using a hot water cycle with a little bit of Dharma's textile detergent. Then after the shirt was washed and dried, this is what it looks like. Okay, so what do you guys think? So I love the color combination on this shirt, but one of the first things that I noticed after I ironed it and photographed it was that there is a vertical line running from the neck of the shirt down to the hem of the shirt, which is very frustrating. That's got to be some sort of a flaw in the fabric because the shirt was pre-washed and I didn't do anything in that area of the shirt. The line isn't even in the center of the shirt, which makes it even a little bit more annoying. But I do like the color splits in the shirt, and of course I like this design. I think it's very interesting how the dye moves and flows down the shirt. So other than the one line going down through the middle of the shirt, I like the shirt. So even though the shirt isn't perfect, if you've enjoyed the content of this video and enjoyed watching the video, I sure would appreciate it if you would like it and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you have a great day.